A blessed day to you. Welcome to my video class lesson. Just sit back, relax, and learn. In this video, we will talk about reproduction, asexual and sexual. As an organisms cannot live forever, therefore, to preserve the species, organisms must produce new organisms that have the same traits as them. This is done through biological process known as reproduction, in which it is the ability of organisms to produce their own kind. Did you know that there are two types of reproduction? These are the asexual reproduction and the sexual reproduction. First, we have to identify what is asexual reproduction. When we say asexual reproduction, this refers to the process of producing offspring from one parent. In other words, there is no union of gametes or what we call the sex cells. On the other hand, sexual reproduction involves the union of gametes from male and female organisms. Now, let us have the different types of asexual reproduction in microorganisms and animals. First, we have the binary fission, which is mostly seen in single-celled organisms. The cell splits into two to produce two identical offspring. Each half grows at a rapid pace to become an adult. Examples are amoeba and parasum. Next, we have budding. A parent cell produces a bud on its surface. As the buds gets bigger, it eventually pinches off from the parent cell. Example, hydra forming a bud on its side. Next, we have also fragmentation. An organism splits into fragments, and these fragments may develop and mature into new organism with the exact copy of their parent's genetic material. Example, the flatworms. We have also regeneration. It occurs when an organism wants to regrow a lost limb or any other part of the body. Example, we have the lizard. Now, we have also different types of asexual reproduction in plants, which is called the vegetative propagation, wherein new individuals are formed from the different parts of the plants other than reproductive parts. First, the tuber. It is a swollen part of an underground stem. Examples are potatoes, which bears a number of nodes or eyes. Each eye bear number 1 or more buds. New plants are produced from the buds present in the eye. We have also rhizome, wherein it is an underground horizontal stem. Example of this is ginger, where each node gives rise to a new plant. Also, we have bulb, which is a special bud that is thick and fleshy, in which serve as storage for food to enable plants to survive adverse conditions. Example is onion. We have also runner or stolon, which is a stem grows below the ground, forming adventitious roots at the node and forming a new plant from buds. Example, we have strawberries. Lastly, adventitious bud. Example of this is katakataka leaf, which produces plantlets in contact with the soil and grows as an individual plants. Now, let's proceed to the sexual reproduction, through which the union of gametes is involved. When gametes, the egg cell and the sperm cells from two parents were unite. With that, the process of fertilization takes place. The fertilized cell is referred to as a zygote, which develops into a new organism. Now, this time, a Venn diagram showing the difference and similarities between sexual and asexual reproduction. And so, let's have a recap of our lesson. Why reproduction is important? Reproduction is important for the survival of all living things. Without the mechanism for reproduction, life would come to an end. Reproduction is essential for the continuation of species. It ensures the continuation of similar kind of individuals, generation after generation. Sexual mode of reproduction can bring about the variation in new generation, which ultimately result in evolution of that particular species. That's the end of our discussion. I hope you've learned. Thank you for watching.